And coming up on the 25th of January, the Angels of Action Snow Angel Fat Tire Bike Race will launch at the St. Ives Resort in support of the fight against childhood hunger here in our communities.
And we are joined by racer Mike Miller and Kim Easler from Angels of Action. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us again.
So tell us a little bit about the race and just the idea behind it and the impact it's having on the community.
Well, the race itself, it started as an idea, first off, to raise money and have fun doing it. We have this beautiful track out there at St. Ives, and a group of riders started riding it and using it, and they just realized how incredible it was and said, hey, let's make a race out of this, and teamed up with Angels of Action and really turned it into something special.
So, Angels of Action, what does it do for our communities here in Northern Michigan?
So we started with a backpack food program called Backpack Blessings. And since 2020, we've expanded. We have a tutoring center now called Literacy in Action. We have a gift shop, which is a free clothing store that children and families can set up an appointment to come shop at. And we also have a virtual cooking program called Rock the Crock, which is getting very popular. And we serve about 1,400 kids every weekend in 35 schools.
Hold on, I need to. Rock the Crock?
Rock the Crock.
That sounds really good. I'll let you take the next question while I make a note of that.
Well, I was just going to ask you, what was your response, when they approached you about this race to kind of come together to raise money, to make it known to the community? Like, how did you feel?
Well, first of all, we're always grateful when local community members and businesses come together and they want to help support Angels of Action, and they believe in our mission and they want to help us further that and support the kids. My second thought was, I didn't know that there was really crazy people that would bike in the snow. That was my thought too, but when it was like 5 degrees outside. But it's been a fun 4 years. This is our 4th season doing this.
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
Yeah,
look at that turnout.
That is so cool.
Yeah, awesome. It's a lot of fun. We have an expert, sport, and beginner level. So, if it's not something that you're well versed in or used to doing, or you just want to try it out, we do have a beginner level. It's 1 loop around the course. It is very challenging, but we will warm you up afterwards with hot cocoa and beverages and food.
And Mike, what's it like racing in this event for those who might be saying, I don't know if I can do it?
Well, I guess, it is for anyone, and I'm kind of the example of that. First year I got last place. The last 2 years I got second to last place. So
hey, you're working
that's
your
my
way
goal
up,
this
though.
year.
Yeah.
But I haven't ridden yet this year. I'm going to be in trouble. But just didn't realize how much fun this thing really is. It's very challenging, but you're rewarded when you cross that finish line. We have just an awesome after party. We have bands playing, fire pits going.
Oh, cool.
We teamed up with Founders. They're doing a tap takeover, and it's just such a fun event. So even after the race, if you're not a racer, it's awesome to attend, cheer everybody on.
Yeah.
And we basically have anybody doing it. We have an 11-year-old kid up to a 68-year-old.
Yeah.
And they all beat me. and it's still fun. It's not.
Now, for someone who may not be familiar, they hear this, they're bicyclists, but they're like, what is a fat tire bike?
Yeah.
How can I keep my passion going during the winter months? Give us a little quick introduction, Mike.
Well, it's getting more traction, no pun intended here. But it's a growing sport. There's some local bike shops. Some of them rent if someone has never tried one before. In the bike world, everybody, they're great. A lot of people are willing to lend their bikes, or if you want to try it, try mine. A lot of our local guys have several bikes, so there'll be borrowed bikes on this track this year even. I borrowed my first year.
And is it just the tires that are different from what you would expect on a normal bicycle?
Well, the tires are the minimum requirement. You have to have a fat tire. It's got to be qualified, and I believe it's over 3.5 or 4 inches. Wow. Mine are 4-inch tires on this one. But the fat tire bikes with the wider fork, they're definitely built for the snow, the gearing, everything low gearing, which you need on this course because you are climbing a lot. So the low gearing, low tire pressure. I have studs on my tires, so it's like riding on Velcro when you're on ice. So it's really cool.
That was my next question. I'm like,
how do you
not
go slip sliding around?
You don't. And the low tire pressure helps with traction a lot too. Weather, our groomed trail is really dialed in right now.
Oh yeah, it looks well groomed.
I know you mentioned if people want to just do the loop, there's that option. But how long is the other course?
Well, it's the same course, 1, 2, or 3 laps. So we have basically we run from St. Ives, and then we go through the Highlands. That's 8 miles. That's the beginner, and then 2 and 3 from there on.
Got it. Okay.
I choose the sport division, even though I have yet to beat a beginner, but I challenge myself on
I
there.
love it. I'm rooting for you this year,
Thank
Mike.
you.
I think
Me
We all do.
yes. I think you're gonna win
I
it.
think you could come third or fourth from last this year if you
Depends
really
who
set your
shows
mind
up.
to it, Mike.
And Kim, I would just love to know, like, what has been the community response
Oh, yeah.
from this project?
It's grown every year. It's just been great. We have a lot of participation. It takes volunteers to help run this. So,
course.
we have a couple dozen volunteers that help on the day. My first year, did you check that?
The guy making a snow angel.
Yes, yeah, it's fun. But my first year, I started out doing a trail crossing. It was cold, but it was fun. It's just beautiful out there. So yeah, the community just really comes together to help support us, and this is a fun way to do it. I mean, in February, or end of January. So.
Right.
How can someone do so? How could someone take part as a racer, or if they're not so much in braving it, such as Mike here, they want to volunteer and just be a part?
Yeah, so they can give us a call at the office. They can visit our website at angelsofaction.org. They can email us at info@angelsofaction.org and just get involved. It's a fun event to watch, fun event to participate in. The atmosphere is
Awesome.
electric. It's just so fun, so
Get
much fun.
rewarded at the
Everybody
end
cheering.
of it.
Yeah. So.
Kim, I'd love to know how you got involved with Angels of Action, because I love hearing how people get passionate about these types of projects. Volunteering.
Well, I've been with Angels of Action for 5 years, and it was actually by accident. I had not been working for a while. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I just happened to walk into the office and was chatting with the director, and I said, "Hey, do you know anybody that's hiring?" And she's like, "Absolutely." And I'm like, and I've been there ever since. So.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
But
so
it's very
it's
fulfilling.
It is. It's such a blessing. I have a great team. We have a great team, and the community support and the volunteers and
If
all
you
the
have
local
a
businesses.
great team, a great community, and a great mission, it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
not flourish.
And
Yeah.
of course, pairing up with other community members to
Absolutely.
do some great work is incredible as well. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for
Absolutely.
everything you're doing for Northern Michigan.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. We'll make sure all the links that our viewers need to participate in whatever way you desire, it's all going to be available after the show day over on 9and10news.com. Mike, Kim, thank you so much for coming
Yes,
in.
thanks.
you.
Maybe I need to get one of these this year.
Oh, I dare you.
Join in.
Double
Love
dog
it.
dare you.
I've been wanting to get out biking, but it's